Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another NCAA 24 rebuild here, obviously on Madden 24 on the PC. That is right. We have already done Colorado, The Ohio State University, USC, and Miami, the Hurricanes, the U. We've done 4 college football programs. We've brought them back to prominence with varying degrees of success, and now it's time to take on maybe the most disrespected most disrespected program this past season in college football. We are going to be rebuilding the Florida State Seminoles. That's right. I know, Florida State fans, don't come after me. I understand your trauma, your pain, your anger for being left out of the college football playoffs, even though you were undefeated, won your conference, won your championship, but all because you lost Jordan Travis to a severe injury. I think it was, an ankle injury, something like that, that took him out. He didn't play in that ACC title game against Louisville, but you still got it done. It's tough breaks. I understand. You probably should have been in. Trust me, you probably should have been in, but they didn't choose you. It sucks, but we're not going to worry about that because we are going to rebuild this team into a superpower and hopefully win every championship we appear in. That's the goal. Now, we've seen this Florida State team in the past rebuilds. We've come against them in the USC rebuild in the national title game. We came against them in the Ohio State rebuild in the national title game. In the Colorado one, in the Miami. We've played this Florida State team time after time after time again in these past rebuilds. We've beat them and we've not beat them. But if we get our hands on this team, if we add some pieces, we can make this team pretty much unstoppable. That is the goal. So I hope you guys going to enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the Juice Club, and let's get rebuilding the Jordan Travis Florida State Seminoles. Here we are. Let's meet the team. Obviously, if you're a Florida State fan, you already know the team, but let's get familiar with it. I know a few players on this team, including the starting quarterback, the Heisman favorite he was at a time. Didn't even get an invite to New York. Probably should have gotten at least an invite there. I don't know if he would have won it, but he probably at least should have gotten an invite. Jordan Travis is our guy. He's going to be our quarterback the entire rebuild, so we don't have to worry about quarterback. We've got a good running back in Trey Benson, who is pretty high overall. I like that. 92 overall, well, 91 with the morale boost. We shouldn't have to worry about running back. And then we've got maybe the best receiver in college football other than Marvin Harrison, Keon Coleman. Obviously, like Malik Neighbors is really, really good, and Keon Coleman's fantastic. But we all know that Marvin Harrison's the best receiver in college football. Maybe the best player in college football. But Keon Coleman's right there with him. He's 6'4". We've gotten him in rebuilds before. We've traded for him, and we don't have to do that now because he's just on the team, and so we don't have to worry about that. He should develop alongside Johnny Wilson, 88 overall. Very, very solid player. Excited to see how this receiving core looks. Offensive line, we don't even really have to do anything to the offensive line. We're all above 85 overall. I'm liking the look at that. Usually a team needs a couple offensive linemen in the transfer portal, but this time we might not have to worry about that. I mean, maybe we will the final season to go like all in, but right now we're pretty good. I'm pretty fine with that. Our tight end is it Jaheim? I don't know how to pronounce that. Bell is his last name. He's a really solid tight end. We don't have to worry about tight end. The offense is pretty much figured out. We're really good on offense. Defense is where we could use a little bit of extra help. Another linebacker. Even though we do have some good linebackers here. Maybe another defensive lineman. Maybe an extra corner. But I do like the corners, especially this man, Fentrell Cypress II. What a fantastic Hall of Fame level name. And he's a Hall of Fame level player, at least in college football. Look at that man coverage. Look at that zone coverage. He's a stud. Absolute stud. We don't have to worry about corner pretty much the entire rebuild. But we could bring in some extra ones just in case. We've also got some studs around this team that you guys know if you are familiar with this Florida State University. Tatum Bethune, or Bethune? I think it'd be Bethune. Very good player, middle linebacker. That's what we're looking like There's not going to be a whole lot of quote-unquote rebuilding in this video, I wouldn't think, because we're pretty much already a fantastic national championship contending team, and we've seen that in previous rebuilds on these on this channel in these mods, that Florida State usually makes the national title game every single season. But I'll add some players here and there through the transfer portal, and we'll see how we go. But this is really all about getting redemption for Jordan Travis and getting redemption for Florida State for getting knocked out of the college football playoffs, for not even getting an invite to New York, and not even getting put in to give it a chance. Not even given a chance in the college football playoffs. It is kind of sucky. I feel your pain, Florida State fans, if you're watching. So this is for you. This is revenge, trying to go and win as many championships as possible. Let's go and do it. We're going to simulate season number 1. We're going to try to win a championship in year number 1. And let's just prove that the college football committee, they made the wrong decision leaving you guys out. Season 1 is wrapped up, and your Florida State Seminoles have gone 14-3, won the ACC without a doubt, and have made the college football playoffs pretty easily as the number 1 seed. You would expect nothing less from a team on a mission. And that team on a mission has a quarterback who might have just won the Heisman. 5,200 yards, 42 touchdowns, and 5 picks from Jordan Travis is phenomenal. And then the icing on top of the cake is a 75% completion percentage. He was throwing dots. Absolutely insane. Trey Benson, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. 4, count them, 4 1,000-yard receivers. Bell had 1,300 with 16 touchdowns. Johnny Wilson had 1,100 with 6 touchdowns. Keon Coleman had 1,100 yards and 5 touchdowns. Morlock, I don't even know, the backup tight end was getting in on the usage with 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Talk about just spreading the love. Jordan Travis is just shooting his love all over the team. I mean, it's insane the amount of 1,000-yard receivers we got. Defensively, Bethune had 113 tackles. Thomas had 105. Jones had 98. Cypress had 83. Tackle for loss leader was Verse with 21, or Versailles. 16 for Lovett Sr., 11 for Jackson Jr., Senior and Junior, that's funny. And then the sack leader was Lovett Sr. with 19.5. That's kind of crazy. Verse had 13. Jackson had 7. Pick leader, was Brown with 3, along with Cypress. The boys are cooking. Absolute domination. We take on Mississippi State. They ain't got nothing on us. Move along. There it is. Big W. We shut them out. We put a donut up on the board. They didn't even score a point in a playoff game. We are the real deal. We're taking on Tennessee. You know what the only 10 I see is? Florida State. Absolute W's. We don't even have to worry about it. Throw them away. Give me the national title game. There it is, 42-28. We take on UCLA. UCL suck. That's what I gotta say about that. Get these boys up and out of here. They don't stand a chance. We're going 1 for 1 in the national title games. Jordan Travis is a 92 overall. He's probably gonna win the Heisman. And we are on a redemption tour. Let's go. Oh, they went 9-8. This shouldn't even be a challenge. But you know what? Let's entertain them. Let's go out there and win with class. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? We're going to stomp a mud hole in them, walk away with that national championship, throwing middle fingers in the air. That's how we're going to win this title, because that's how Florida State fans feel. And I'm right there with you. One good thing about playing UCLA in the national title game is the fact that we get to see UCLA's uniforms. We haven't seen them in one of these rebuilds yet because we've never come across them in the national title game yet. So that is nice as we lead 24-14. UCLA is keeping up with us. They're putting up a fight, 24-17. We need to put up one more touchdown here for me to feel confident. Fourth quarter, there it is, 31-17. It's 31-24. I think we just turned the ball over, though. Oh, but they gave the ball right back to us. It's getting late here, and we're gonna. I'm not gonna kneel. I told you we're stomping a mud hole in the UCLA Bruins. We are scoring a touchdown here. Play action post shot. I'm looking at probably Coleman on this route. And it might have to be Coleman. There it is! A bomb from Jordan Travis and a touchdown to wave goodbye to UCLA in the Natty. It's over. We're going to complete our redemption tour and win a national championship in season number 1. That's what we wanted. We've accomplished that goal. I just hope that Jordan Travis has won the Heisman as well to go alongside this. But the rebuild's not over. It could be over since we won a championship in year number 1, but we're going to go at least 2 more seasons, maybe. Maybe we can go 3 for 3 in the Natty. We'll go at least 2 more seasons, see how this rebuild turns out. But let's simulate to the season recap, see who won the Heisman, see who won national championship MVP. It is Jordan Travis did both. Jordan Travis has won himself not only the MVP of the Super Bowl, or not the Super Bowl, the national championship game, but the Heisman Trophy as well, something that he didn't even get a chance to win in real life. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to go and bring everybody back so they don't transfer out, and I will catch back up with you guys when we have a chance to look at the transfer portal, but we could take a look at some development upgrades. So we got star development for Benson. We've got superstar development for Travis. Bell and Marlock both have star. Nobody on the offensive line. We've got superstar development for Lovett Sr. Verse has star. Lundy has star. I mean, Jones over here at safety has star. You love to see it. I'm going to go and fix the roster, make sure everybody's coming back, and I will catch you guys back up at the transfer portal. Okay, I got all that sorted. We have everybody coming back. Now we can take a look at the transfer portal and bring back whoever the heck we want to bring into the team. Now, we don't really need offensive line, so I'm going to stay away from offensive line, but corner is something I don't really think we could pass up on. And I think we're going to go after 2 different people. We're going to go after Malachi Moore from Alabama. We're going to give him a nice crispy handshake and say, why don't you come down to the national champions? And we're also going to go after Josh Newton. I know I go after Josh Newton a bunch. I also go after Mikey Sanders a bunch. But we're going to go after Josh Newton this time, bring in 2 other corners to pair alongside Cypress. Cedric Gray could be very nice pickup. Peyton Wilson, we saw in that Miami rebuild, had like 33 sacks. So I almost have to go after him again, but we just had him in the most recent rebuild, so I'm going to stay away from him for this one, even though it'd be unbelievable to get him again. But we're going to stay away from him on this one. Cedric Gray is going to be our guy here. We're going to offer him a nice McDonald's McChicken sandwich, and he's going to come to Florida State, hopefully. Middle linebacker, we're pretty good on. Defensive line, I think we're good on maybe like a Brandon Dorless from Oregon. That could be a nice pickup just to solidify the defensive line, get a little bit better. And I think those are going to be my transfer targets for season number 1. They all sign with us. We get even better. The national champions, the defending, undisputed national champions have just gotten a little bit better. Yes, sirree. We could bring in another receiver. That might be the only other thing I would go after, is another receiver. But, I mean, look at the boys now. The defensive line looks amazing. The corners are even better. Safeties are good. We don't really need to work on the defense anymore. We just need to... I'm going to go look at another receiver. We could bring in a 3rd receiver, add to this potent offense. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the receiving core. Taj Washington. There's not really anybody that I absolutely have to have. But getting Jordan Whittington could be cool. We never go after a Jordan Whittington. We've gone after Taj Washington before. We've never gone after Jayshon Jones. You know what? That could be fun. From Maryland, he wants to get out of there. He wants to come to Florida State. He wants to get out of the cold in Maryland. Transfer down to down to Florida State. What are they from? Tallahassee, right? Tallahassee is where Florida State's at, I'm pretty sure. And he signs with us. So we get another receiver. He's actually going to be better than Keon Coleman. But hey, receivers are receivers. That's a 3rd receiver to the team. Him and Wilson and Coleman, I mean, this offense is just going to be unstoppable. We might go undefeated next season. There's a very good possibility about that. We're going to simulate right to the recruiting signing day. I'm not going to go into the actual mode, the draft mode, because when I did that previously in this mod, it kind of like glitched out and didn't really work. So I'm just going to avoid that altogether. We're just going to let the CPU handle our signing day. Whoever they get is going to be fine by me. It's not like they're going to matter. It's not like they're going to play. So we've got our guys. I did my business. We've got our defending Heisman Trophy winner in Jordan Travis. We've got 3 great receivers. We got a great running back. We've got a fantastic offensive line, 2 star development tight ends. The defense just got unbelievably better. We got 3 great corners that I trust. I mean, we're good. We are good to go. We're going to auto upgrade these guys, and we're going to get to season number 2 here in this rebuild. They drafted us a 73, or we signed a 73 in the recruiting portal, I guess you could say, signing day. There was a running back that was pretty good, but it's not that big of a deal. This rebuild, this type of rebuild isn't about the draft, I guess you could say. This is about the boys. This is about the recruits. This is about the players already here. And this is what we're looking like headed into season number 2. Our Heisman Trophy winner, he needs to have another good season, and I expect nothing less. I expect a perfect season from this Florida State team. Will we get there? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's simulate to season number 2's end and see if we're the 1 seed once again. Season 2 is wrapped up, and unfortunately, we didn't go undefeated like I was wanting, but we did only lose 1 game. 16-1, dominating the ACC, winning the championship, obviously, and hopefully Jordan Travis is back-to-back Heismans. I mean, look at these numbers. Oh my God, Jordan Travis, you are killing me with these numbers. 4,900 yards, 52 touchdowns to just 3 picks with a 76% completion percentage. Are you serial right now? Back-to-back Heisman trophies. Put him in the conversation with Archie Griffin. He's the greatest of all time. Benson, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. 3 1,000-yard receivers. Unfortunately, Coleman kind of dropped down because we added Ja'Shawn Jones. But hey, you got some casualties, but we got 16 wins. Are you kidding me? Bell had another fantastic year. Unbelievable season. 19 touchdowns for him. Johnny Wilson did good. If you didn't know, the team that the Florida State Seminoles replaced in Madden is the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're obviously running Kansas City's playbook. That's why Bell has this kind of numbers, because he's in the Travis Kelce role. But pulling the curtain back up a little bit there. Unbelievable season for everybody. For everybody on the offense. Deloach had 104 tackles, great. Bethune had 99, Newton had 91, Brown had same deal, Cypress 85. Tackle for loss leader was Lovett Sr. with 20, 15 for Dorless, 14 for Verse. Oh my God, 15.5 sacks for Lovett Sr., 11.5 for Verse, 9.5 for Dorless. Bethune had 3 picks, Cypress, Newton, and Moore had 2 picks each. And that's what I wanted. That's why we signed those guys in the transfer portal. That's why we brought them in. We gave them a nice McChicken, and we told them, go pick off the football, and they did that. And now we take on hated rivals, the Miami Hurricanes. Let's get the job done. And we did, absolutely. No questions about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Jordan Travis is a 97 overall. He's probably back-to-back Heismans. He is probably back-to-back Heismans, if I had to say. We're taking on Colorado. It's the Buckeyes and the Trojans in the other side of the bracket in the semifinals, the College Football Playoff semifinals. I don't really have to worry about Colorado, but you never know. It's Shedeur Sanders. We've seen him in these rebuilds go crazy, so it's always a possibility they beat us, but I don't think they will, not with this team. Big ACC conference game here. ACC conference game, whatever. 16-1 versus 12-5. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Coach Prime. We've already rebuilt this team. We've won a bunch of national titles. And if we do win, we go on to take on either one of our teams that we previously rebuilt, and it's going to be the Buckeyes. We do win 42-31. We will take on the Ohio State Buckeyes in the national championship. I feel like I always come against the Buckeyes in the national title game. We've beaten them in previous rebuilds. We've also won with them in a previous rebuild. And they've got that man right there. Wait, which way would you be looking? They've got that man. That man right there. I think that's the way. I'll do it both ways so you guys can get it. They got that man. They got that man. There you go. Either way I'm pointing, you know who I'm talking about. He's a bad man. Maserati Marvin Harrison Jr. But we got to jump in. We got to beat my favorite team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I hate doing it, but we got to do it. We got to get that back-to-back natty, win 2 in a row, and then go for a three-peat in the next season. Let's go and stomp the Bucks. National title game, year number 2, down by 7 against the Buckeyes. This is not going to be easy. It's not going to be as easy as last season's game when we took on UCLA, but we lead 14-7, 21-7. Oh, the Buckeyes are turning the ball over like crazy, I'm guessing. 28-14, 35-14 in the third quarter, 42-14. Jordan Travis establishing himself as the GOAT of college football. It has to be said, and we are winning another national championship. This is the first time that I've had back-to-back national championships in a rebuild. I know it might surprise some people because of the players that we've, oh my God, the players that we've had previously in some of these rebuilds, but this is the first time I've gone back-to-back. That's pretty crazy. Oh my God, what a throw from Travis, what a catch from Bell. And it just keeps getting worse for the Buckeyes. This hurts my heart. It truly does hurt my heart to put 55 on the Buckeyes, but we had to do it. Back-to-back national champions. I'm assuming back-to-back Heismans for Jordan Travis. We've done it again, boys. We have done it again. Jordan Travis threw 7 touchdowns. I don't know if you saw that. He threw 7 touchdowns at the national championship game. He's the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. He's certainly the best quarterback that we've worked with here, and he is now a true 99 overall. We've worked with Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders twice, Tyler Van Dyke, and now Jordan Travis. So, and Kyle McCord, I guess. And Jordan Travis pretty much is the best quarterback that we have used, even including Caleb Williams, who was a good quarterback. Let's take a look at the season recap. How did we do? Jordan Travis, he cleared the board. He won the MVP of the national title game. He won his 2nd Heisman, so now he joins Archie Griffin, and in World of Juice channel lore, he joins Shedeur Sanders as well, who won 2 national titles, and probably somebody else that I'm forgetting from previous rebuilds. He also won the best offensive player in college football. So I'd say Jordan Travis is the greatest of all time, pretty much. That's about all I can say about that. And we move to the off season again. I don't even think we can upgrade, really. I mean, we'll take a look, obviously. I'm not going to deny the transfer portal, but there's not really much we can upgrade on. I mean, we've got pretty much the best players at every position. Usually I would say the offensive line, but the offensive line's pretty good. We don't have any negotiations. I took care of all that. I brought everybody back during the simulation. Travis is an X factor, not a surprise. Jones is now a star development player. Benson's superstar. Bell is superstar. I mean, look at this offensive line. We don't need to upgrade that at all. On defense, we've got Gray at superstar. He was already that. Lovett Sr.'s an X factor. Dorless is star. Moore is already a star. We knew that. Deloach is a star. I mean, what could we... I guess we could get just higher overall players. Like maybe another D tackle that's higher than an 87. But for the most part, we're pretty much taken care of. We don't need to... I mean, I guess we could just look at the portal and see if there's like somebody that has to be a Florida State Seminole. We'll take a look. I guess if like Cooper DeJean is there, or Fashanu, I guess is an option. And Cooper DeJean is on the table. He's in the transfer portal. He doesn't want to go play for Iowa anymore. We don't need a quarterback. We're pretty good on that. We could get Caleb Williams though. We don't need a running back, although I could use a backup. Maybe we get Braylon Allen as a backup running back. Talk about just a spoil of riches. If we have Braylon Allen as a backup running back, that'd be amazing. Wide receivers, we could get Adunze, but we had him before. There's Malik Neighbors. We haven't had Malik Neighbors before. Let's offer Malik Neighbors to come down to, or have we had Malik Neighbors? I don't remember. Let's offer Malik Neighbors, have him come down to Florida State. Tight end, we're pretty good on. I mean, I said we don't need a left tackle, but Fashanu is on the table, and so is J.C. Latham. We might just get them, but we've had them before in previous. I think we're good with our offensive line. I know there's some amazing players there, but I think we're good on our offensive line. Tackle, we're going to go Tyler Davis here. He's not much more of an overall than the guy that we have here, but it's Tyler Davis. I like him. Braylon Trice, X Factor. Yes, please. I want you to come play for Florida State. We're battling Colorado. He might not accept, but I think he will. Middle linebackers we're good on. All this stuff we're good on. And I want Cooper DeJean as well. So we're going to offer Cooper. We're going to give him a fillet of fish, not a McChicken. And we are going to hopefully get everybody here. Trice and Davis haven't accepted yet, but we get Cooper DeJean, we get Braylon out, we get Malik Neighbors. And we got the other two. We got Tyler Davis and we got Braylon Trice. So, I mean, the rich just get richer. The rich just get richer. That is phenomenal. We've got people that are just unbelievably talented. Our receiving core is dummy stupid good. Our defensive line is amazing now. I mean, it's just fantastic. We add Cooper DeJean into the mix. We've got great safeties. This team is just stupid good. So with all that being said, we're going to simulate to the recruiting period, to the signing day is what I was trying to think of there. And then we're going to simulate past it, and we're going to go to season number 3. And honestly, that might be our final season of the rebuild. It's not like we need to go any further. We've already won 2 straight national championships. If we win a third one in season 3, that's probably going to be it. I mean, because we could pretty much just keep this video going forever and ever and just win as many championships as we want. But they all have to end at some point. And I think we might end it if we win a championship in season 3. If we don't, then we'll go with season 4 and hopefully get another one there. But if we do win a championship in season 3, we'll probably end it after that. We'll just give these upgrades. I mean, Braylon Trice has got 5 upgrade points, so that's good. We'll give them to him. And we will keep on moving on. Let's take a look at the recap here. Did we get anybody good? We got a couple in the 70s, but they're not going to matter too much. The best player in the nation was a safety. He was the first overall pick. Maybe Richard Sherman's nephew. You never know. All right. Let's go to season 3. Let's take one final look at the roster, and then we will simulate season 3, and hopefully this time we can go undefeated. I would think that this team would go undefeated, but you never know. We've got amazing players on offense. We've got amazing players on defense. This team is just so stupid good. Trice will start over Verse. This team is phenomenal. I'm having an orgasm just looking at this team. They're so good. I would expect an undefeated season. Madden doesn't always see eye to eye with me. We will find out. Let's get to the end of season 3 and recap this phenomenal rebuild. Season 3 is wrapped up, and we actually accomplished it this time. We went undefeated, 17-0. I can only imagine the numbers that Travis put up. Oh my God. Bow down to Jordan Travis. 3-time Heisman winner. He's the greatest of all time. 5,200 yards, 52 touchdowns, and he didn't throw a single interception the entire year. And he had a 77% completion percentage. This man is on another level. Unbelievable. Benson, 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. Jones, 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns. Bell, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Wilson, 900 yards. Neighbors, 700 yards. Oh my God. Oh my golly, Miss Molly. That's crazy. Bethune, 109 tackles. Deloach had 105. Cypress, 72. 70 for Dorless. 21 for Dorless, tackles for loss. Lovett had 20. Deloach had 14. Sack leader was Dorless with 13. So we're not getting those sack numbers that like Peyton Wilson had in the Miami rebuild, but still we're getting some crazy sack numbers from a lot of different people. Pick leader, oh my God, 7 picks from Cypress, 5 from Deloach, 3 from Malachi Moore, and the boys are boying. That is for sure. We do have a tough matchup here in the playoffs against the 15-2 Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Colorado Buffalo, but we take them down and we go to Bama. We got to take on Alabama. Roll Tide. They're going to fall to the Seminoles. It's absolute. It is a guarantee. The Buckeyes will take on UCLA, so no matter what happens, if we beat Alabama, it's 1 versus 2, 1 versus 2 in the college football playoffs. If we beat Alabama, we will have a rematch, whether it's season 1 rematch or season 2 rematch. We'll find out, but we got to get through Alabama first. But they're a joke. They're not the same Alabama they used to be. We are Florida State. Screw the Tide. They don't have a chance. This is a different Florida State team. And look at that. We put up 44 points in a semifinal game against Alabama. That's what I'm talking about. And now we go to the national title game to replay it against the Ohio State University. This one's not going to be easy. It's probably not going to be as easy as it was last season, but hey, they might be a different team. We're a different team as well. We went undefeated. We are the best team in college football, and we got to go out there and prove it. Buckeyes and Florida State for the second year in a row. We've been down this road before, not only in this rebuild, but I think we played Florida State in the Buckeye rebuild. And we lead 17-0. I might have been wrong. I said it wasn't going to be as easy as last season. It might be easier. 17-10. Maybe I spoke too soon. 17-13. 24-13. I like that. 31-13 into the fourth quarter. 31-20. 34-20. We got another one. It's 40-20. 41-20. The boys are cooking with a minute to go in the fourth quarter. We're not kneeling the football. We are utilizing our studs that we have on this field. And I'm lobbing Neighbors. Incomplete pass. I thought he might have had it there. He was double covered, to be fair. He was double covered. All right, who do we got? They can't cover everybody. Somebody's getting open, and I think I found him. End zone. It's Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Florida State. Sealing this one, and a third straight natty for Florida State and Jordan Travis, and almost guaranteed. I would bet my entire soul that Jordan Travis was going to go 3 for 3 in the Heisman. And there it is. 3 straight national championships. I mean, there's not much else to do. We've got 3 straight titles. We've got hopefully 3 straight Heismans. I'd say we've rebuilt Florida State pretty much. Pretty much definitely rebuilt Florida State. I hope all of you Florida State fans are happy. Sucks to be a Florida State fan right now because of the travesty that was the college football semifinals not getting put in. But I hope this you could take your anger out with this video. And we've dominated. We've won 3 straight national titles. And to confirm it, Jordan Travis has won 3 straight Heisman trophies. He has put himself above everybody else. Archie Griffin right down here. Shedeur Sanders right down here. Jordan Travis is at the top of the list. Congratulations to everybody. Let's take one final look at the roster, at the squad. I didn't really change too much. I added a few different receivers, but I didn't really change too much. The offensive line stayed the exact same. We added some receivers. Ja'Shawn Jones, Malik Neighbors, but we had Johnny Wilson, we had Keon Coleman the entire time. We added Braylon Allen, but the offense pretty much stayed the same. And on defense, we added a few different people, like was it Braylon Trice? Is that who it was? Yeah, Braylon Trice. We added Braylon Trice. We added a bunch of corners. Josh Newton, Malachi Moore, Cooper DeJean. But we kept Cypress. The defense stayed the exact same in terms of the linebackers. We added Davis, but we kept Lovett Sr. We had Brown. We had Dent. I kept this team pretty much the same, except for a few pieces here and there, which is exactly what I said I was going to do. And we got 3 straight national titles, which has never happened in any of these rebuilds before. We got 3 straight Heismans, which has also never happened in one of these rebuilds. So I'd say the Florida State Seminole rebuild has gone off pretty much perfectly. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.